It's a good day here on the homestead. I am getting one of the water tanks. I'm planning to do a second one at some point in the future, but right now one just to kind of keep it going. So right now what they're doing is leveling out the area so they can put it down and then you come back and fill it up. So I'm going to be having water delivered to me.
Keep coming. Yeah, go ahead.
It's so cold this morning. My poor hands are freezing. I mean, it gets cold in Houston too, so but this is gonna take a little bit of getting used to, and it's gonna get colder.
That's good. Huh? 180 there. Okay, that's what I was off on that. Side to side, I was good. Okay. I'll pack it down. Yep, back up. And then get that valve out.
Nice. It is on its pad.
I think we'll move it just a little bit, but I think it's pretty good.
Okay, we're pulling away. I've got my tank delivery, and here she is. So water delivery is also included in that. So the water guy's coming later today to fill it up. But so they provide the base, the tank, and the valve. Is that what you call that? And I'm getting a second. So this is 1600, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is 1600. Yeah. And getting a second one that will be, because this one is just going to be for water deliveries. I'm getting a second one that's going to be for getting the water off the roof. So he recommends putting it somewhere right here. So we're gonna have to level this out. Now I'm fortunate to have a backhoe sitting right on my property from my septic guy, because you know he still hasn't been back yet, just because he's fitting me in. So I'm gonna have it put right here. So that one is just gonna be water collection. So yeah, things are progressing. They seem to be going slowly, but one thing at a time. So I'm trying to get the necessary infrastructure things in and not stress myself too much about it. Now my heater that I have, I need to go get like a little valve thing for it, like a little, I don't know what that thing's called, but so I'm learning as I go. I go out and buy the things and not realizing you need another piece to it, and to get into town 20-30 minutes. So I'm gonna have to go get that today. All right, getting my water delivered for my new tank. All right, so they brought me this. I need to put 4 ounces in the tank. And all that water is mine. Yay.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, there you go. So I have to go get a little box thing. You know, the little box that they put all your sprinkler controls or whatever in. I'm gonna have to go get one of those to contain the valve. Otherwise, with the water in it now, and I actually have to go get it today, because with water now in it, it can freeze overnight. And if it freezes, it's gonna expand the connection and bust it open. So we wouldn't want that. So as soon as I finish here, I'm gonna go pick that up and put some sawdust in it that will insulate it a little bit. I'm almost finished with the insulation inside on the walls. I tried doing the ceiling and I just can't do it by myself. I need a second set of hands to hold it up. So I think I'm just gonna not insulate it and try it one night and see. And if it becomes too much, then I'll just have one of my guys come, pay somebody to come in and do it for me. So I want to see how fast this goes. I mean, how long it's going to take, because all of that has to go there. And I won't let you watch the whole thing. I will pick back up when it's full. All right, before I run out to go do some errands that I have to do that are pretty time sensitive, I'm gonna do a little experiment that I saw online on YouTube about the mice. Sorry you can't see my face, but the camera is a little where it's positioned. So I found an experiment online about what to do about my mice. Well, so far they're not a problem, but I think they're probably are hibernating right now, and I think they're going to become a problem later on. So it's this little container here, and this is to cut a little hole. Oops. Cut a hole in the side of the, why is this not cooperating right now? Okay. Cut a hole in the side of the, I think this is too thick. Let's see if I can all right, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do this. I have another one of these that's a little bit more, but basically cutting a hole in the container big enough for, you know, where a mouse could fit through it. Okay, still trying to get that. It won't let me. Okay, there it goes. Ah, that wasn't supposed to happen. All right, let me see if I can saw it. All right, I'll work on the hole later on, but you cut in a hole in the container. Kind of, this is not a really good one, because you know what, I have a scissors, so I'm here running get my scissors. All right, I have these kitchen scissors, and forgive any wind sound. I forgot to bring my mic. I'm just not used to this stuff. I mentioned that in the previous video. Okay, so this is not working as smoothly as it did for the guy I watched, but nothing ever does for me actually. So all right, so let's just assume the poor little mouse can fit through this hole. Okay, because you know they can squeeze their little bodies through like tiny little holes. I know that for a fact. Okay, so then you get Jiffy muffin mix or cornbread mix, and you get baking soda, and you mix them together. So what the guy was saying is that mice cannot burp or fart. I found that so funny. And so what happens is the Jiffy will attract them to the thing, to the container. So, and then the baking soda is what will fizz up in their bellies, and because they cannot belch or fart or whatever, they're just going to, I don't think they're going to explode, but they're not going to do well, and they're just going to go back to their nests and die. That's what this guy said. So, and then it's going to be covered so other animals can't get into it, but other animals, he said, can fart and burp, so it shouldn't be harmful to other animals. So he said to just put about 4 spoonfuls or spoonsful. I'm doing a little bit more than 4 because my container is a little bit bigger than his was. Okay, and then get the baking soda. I'm just gonna do 1 for now, but I have 3 of them I'm gonna set out. Okay, I'm not real good at this. I'm not real good at this thing. This explainer thing. So do what I say, not what I do. How's that? Okay. Still can't get this thing open. It's gonna open. It has to open. All right. Oh, it's not even in a plastic baggie like the other one. Okay, so I'm also gonna put 4, a little bit more than 4 perhaps. 3. All right, let's just say that's 4 and a little bit, and then just mix it up together. Mix it. Now, like I said, I have not seen any mice. I've seen the nest, and I don't know if they hibernate for the winter. Somebody in the comments can tell me if they know anything about them, but I know they have to be here if the nest is here. So put this away before the wind blows it over. And again, forgive me if it's windy and you can't hear what I'm saying, but okay. All right, so it's all mixed. Then just put the lid back on it and lay it somewhere where they will find your special treasure. And that's how he says he's been able to get rid of mice. He doesn't see any at all. I think the hole is big enough that they can get into it. What do you think? I think so. So I'm trying to nip this in the bud before it gets out of control. I have a box out here that I'm kind of putting garbage, not really garbage, that stinky garbage, just like, you know, plastic bags and boxes and things like that. So I have just this big box, and I know animals can get into that. That's why I'm not putting any food items or anything like that in there. But I put some of those mothballs in there. I had some left over that I found in my stuff that I brought with me, and so I put them in there. I put a few in there just to kind of keep anything from going inside of that. So all right, so now I'm gonna lay this out, and then I'm gonna do 2 more, but I'll do them later. I'm gonna go run my errands first and give myself enough time. I don't like being over here yet when it's dark because I don't have any lights up yet. So I was gonna put the lights up myself, but they were a little bit more complicated than I thought, so I figured I'll have my electrician help me with that. So that's the plan. All right, I'm out. All right, so this is what I did. I just put it right next to this cabin, the small cabin, and I put a rock on it so it doesn't get blown away. And I'll just gonna use that one as an experiment for right now, and then we'll see. Right now I am getting ready to clean up a little bit so I can move my mattress over. So gotta get all this stuff out of the way and get it over onto that side. That'll be fun. All right, last project for the day is insulating that valve. So I went to Home Depot. Sorry, I'm breathing heavy. It was carrying this stuff a good distance, and I got this thing at Home Depot and had my neighbor cut it out for me, and then picked up this at Tractor Supply. And so basically gonna put it over that, dig it down a little bit with a shovel, and fill it up with the shavings to keep it warm, and that will insulate it so it doesn't freeze. So I'm gonna get to it before I lose light. It's gonna get dark soon. Okay, so I wanted to dig it down a bit further into the ground, but I ran into some rocks, and because I'm trying to get it done before the sun goes down, I just kept it above ground and just made sure that the holes are covered. And so it's in. I've got my wood shavings. I don't want to open it again because it was very difficult to close it. So this should be okay for now. Plus the plumbers are gonna be accessing it soon, so I'll probably just have them redo it for me properly, where it's a little bit more sunken down in the ground and a little bit more leveled. As you can see, it's not leveled. I just wanted to secure it for tonight so it doesn't freeze in case it gets super cold tonight. Okay.